press the bell icon for all the updates.
अरे आगे मत जाए, आगे मत।
वेट
हेलो चलो आगे क्यों गए? अरे ये पूरे लगा रे।
Karina ma'am right. So ma'am right.
Yes sir, right please. Sir right. Sir.
Karina ma'am right.
Right please sir.
Karina ma'am right.
करीना पूरा से राइट में। करीना जी राइट, करीना जी राइट। चलो 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 चलो।
ये भाई रुकना जरा। कुणाल सर एक आप लोग
कुणाल सर
करीना जी एक फोटो करते ना साहब के साथ में। करीना जी
सर पीछे करेंगे ना सर यहाँ पीछे।
मैं है आगे जा थोड़ा पीछे ना थोड़ा पीछे कोई नहीं आ रहा बात ये जरा पानी दिख रहा
Hi. Thanks so much, Gurveen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Soha, you've written a book.
I have, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be here, launching your own book that you wrote?
I don't know, it's a new feeling. I keep saying, oh, I have to go to the film festival, and I don't realize it's a literary festival. I say, oh, I hope the viewers will enjoy it, and they're actually readers, not viewers. So I'm getting used to a new language now, but it's very exciting. And thank you all for coming and for being here today. It's a special moment. My whole family is here. Thank you for being here. This book wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for the more famous members of my family.
Could we please have a round of applause for Soha Ali Khan, ladies and gentlemen? All right, so I'm going to just ask you a couple of questions just to get to know, a little bit more about how you feel about your book. The first question I want to ask you was, why did you decide to write this book at this very young age?
Thank you.
She's very young, guys.
Moderately young, yes.
Moderately young. Everything she does is moderate.
I actually didn't decide to write the book at all. I have to say that Penguin, my publishers, came to me and they said, would you be interested? We know you like to read a lot. And I didn't quite make the connection because I was like, well, yes, I do like reading, but that doesn't mean that I know how to write a book. And they said, oh, well, you've been to Oxford, so presumably you can string a sentence together. And I said, yes, I have written a couple of columns before and essays, but to write 40, 50,000 words is a huge task. And what I said was, let me write an introduction. I would like it to be non-fiction because I honestly don't have the imagination for creative fiction. And I felt that maybe there's certain things about my life that I could draw from that might be humorous. It's interesting to be me, to belong to this family, to be an actor, to be at this stage of my life, to have had the experiences that I've had, be it education or travel or love or all of that. And maybe I can put something together. So I did, and I shared it with some members of my family and some friends. And if you know my family and those friends are not the kind of people who go, "Wah wah, beta." There's lots of critical, usually constructive feedback. And it was more or less encouraging, and that's why I decided to go ahead and write the rest of the book. 39,000 words, yes.
39,000 words. That's great. So I read the book. I did. Over the last 2 days, I've been reading this book, and I love it. It's an easy read. It's full of interesting anecdotes. I particularly love the beginning bits about your lineage and the stories about your great-great-grandparents and your great-grandparents. And it was just really relatable, for me at least, You know, as a woman, a single woman living in the city, it was just, not that you're single, but I'm just saying, like, there were moments in the book where you were single, and I was like, oh, I can relate to that. So I found it very relatable. And I actually found the title very funny, which is why I actually, when the Penguin came up to me and said, would you like to host this? They told me the title, and I was like, definitely. This looks like a really funny book. And I love that it's slightly self-deprecating. Why did you choose to?
You know, actually, I
go
thought
this
of the
route?
title first, and then I had to put the book together to reflect the title. And I like the way certain words sound, and I like the word peril. I don't know why, but I like the sound of it. And it can be somewhat perilous, being me. It's a place where sometimes you're struggling to exist, especially as an actor in a city like this, and in a family like that belong to a family like this. Are you crying because of the wind? Are you feeling
It's such a
emotional
story.
emotional moment? Yes. So I just thought, and I thought Moderately Famous is also interesting. It came to me because there's a certain national newspaper that, on the cover of their paper every month, they have an index of fame, which always amused me. And it's from 1 to 50. And actresses are rated from 1 to 50 on how popular they are that month.
Just actresses?
Actors as well.
Okay. I
And
was like,
female actors, like myself. And I think my personal best was 15. I don't know what I did that month.
well,
Yeah. And then I
that
was-
deserves
yeah.
a round of applause.
Yeah,
Get
first
15
best.
on that index.
And then, of course, I was 49, hanging on for a while. And then I was kicked out as well for a few months. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not there at all. And I thought it would be, it's funny to laugh at yourself before anyone else does. You must laugh at yourself first. And then the book just fell into place after that.
No, it's great. I mean, there were so many moments in the book where you were making fun of yourself, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. And I was like, well done. Like, it takes a lot of guts to kind of, it takes a lot of guts to write a book where you're just so open about your life. Like, like there was a lot of stuff in that book where I was like, wow, I can't believe she wrote this. And especially someone
Really?
like, yeah. I was like,
What parts? I think that's what
I'm
happens.
going to let them decide.
Yeah,
and read
that's-
the book.
The point is I do a lot of my writing at night, at 2 in the morning when the whole house goes to sleep. And that's when you're alone, in bed with your laptop, and you often write things forgetting that other people are going to read it.
Yeah.
And then, you forget about it and you move on and you hand it in to your publishers, and
And
then
then-
the book is out.
No, but I mean, nothing serious, guys. We'll read the book and find out. But I was just very impressed because, especially someone from your industry where you guys, stars are very PR controlled and very image driven, and you allowed yourself to be vulnerable. You came out and you told us your story, and I genuinely really appreciated that. I was like, well done, Soa. And like I was telling you earlier, I closed the book and I was like, wow, Soa's a really cool girl. She's really cool. I dig her. And just
Thank
so
you.
many things about your life that no one would ever have known otherwise.
No, actually, some of my very close friends also told me that they, only after reading the book, have they got to know me in a way that they haven't, even having known me for 10 years. So I do think that I have given of myself. I'm generally quite a reserved person. You can chat with me for 4 hours and then go away and still not know much about me. And so I made an effort, and I do have to say, my mother also, who's sitting here in the front row, did say that you should be honest. And you should, I think as readers, they want to learn a little bit about you. If they're being kind enough to buy your book, you must tell them a few things, but also strike the right balance between giving away too much, and also when it comes to humor like this, you shouldn't be too hard on yourself and too self-deprecating, but also you should be able to laugh at yourself in the right spirit.
Right. I should take those tips for my stand-up comedy. I'm going to ask you one last question before we call on your family. What do you want people to take away from this book? Like, you told us why you wrote it. What do you want people, like when they go away, what do you want them to kind of
I just want them
feel?
to go, I want them to take away the book when they go. That's it.
Just that. Just take away the book.
I get 10%.
Great. That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Soa Ali Khan, please give a round of applause.
Thank you.
All right, sorry. So I'm gonna be calling up family members of yours, and they are gonna share with us some anecdotes, and also read from your book, some excerpts from your book. You excited? You have no idea what they're gonna say, right?
I have no idea.
Lovely. So on stage first, could we please have your husband, Kunal Khemu, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Hi.
Good evening, everybody. I had nothing to do with the book. But my face is on it, so good.
Hi,
Yeah.
Kunal.
Hi.
You did it. The whole last page is dedicated to thanking you. By the
Yes.
way, you had a lot to do with this book, apparently.
That's the consolation prize for sitting up at night and hearing it again and again. No, but I'm very happy she wrote this book because, like she mentioned earlier, so when she said that, I've been asked to write a book, and I was like, great, because the first thing I knew, it wasn't going to be fiction because she can't string a story together. I mean, she's very good at words, but she lacks a little bit of imagination. So I was like, oh, are you writing fiction? So she's like, no. And I said, okay, so try it. You might enjoy it. And she wrote a chapter, and when I read it, for selfish reasons, I was like, I didn't know this about her. So I was like, why didn't you write this book? Because I'm kind of learning so many things about you that you didn't know. Because earlier she would always be like, it wasn't interesting, I don't remember. But now she was forced to do that. So I was very intrigued and interested to know. But then later I found out that they were rewrites. And I had to read those again. And it's amazing that she was also pregnant during when she was writing this book.
Yeah.
So she was also a bit hormonal, so I couldn't refuse when asked one too many times. And I've seen that over the years in every relationship, and today I know this because I just realized it last week, there's this amazing statement that is used, do you want to do this? So it would start like in the earlier phase of the relationship with like, do you want to pick me up and take me out for dinner? I was like, yes. And then it came to, do you want to turn the lights off? And like, do I want to? Okay. Now recently it's like, do you want to check on the baby? Do you want to do this? So you realize that do is just there. It's actually you want to. You just don't know it. So yes, do I want to talk about this? Yes.
Yes, you do.
I really do. But it's...
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please look out for Kunal Khemu's next book, The Perils of Being Married to Saur Ali Khan.
I think it'll be called Do You Want To?
Do you want to?
Question mark, exclamation mark. But no, so...
Yeah.
Okay, I don't even know if there was a question, but I've just got
No,
it. Sorry.
no, there was.
Was
there? Well, it felt like I'd asked a question.
I just
because
took
I feel answered. Okay, what I want to ask you was, there's a whole chapter dedicated to you in this book, and there's a great story about how you guys met, and would you like to share a little bit, without giving away too much?
Actually, she's put it really well. Let me just find that and read those paragraphs for you. There you go. Life, as John Lennon famously sang in Beautiful Boy, is what happens when you're busy making other plans. It was the spring of 2008, and I had signed a film called Dhoondte Reh Jaoge opposite a young, talented actor. Yes, we take a pause now. We relish it, and now move on. The director wanted us to meet at Taj Land's End in Bandra for a script reading. They were already seated at the table at the coffee shop when I got there. The director and a well-built boy in straight-fit jeans, half-sleeved white shirt, and barely contained his training biceps.
You're making this up.
Which have disappeared. Boots and a belt with a horseshoe bronze buckle. His eyes were hidden behind heavily tinted sunglasses, and his hair was a dark mop of unruly curls. My first impression, this boy must live in the gym. What will we talk about apart from protein shakes? It was an opinion that survived well into the shooting of the film because over the course of Mumbai's schedule, Kunal must have spoken a total of 15 words to me. Far from exchanging numbers, we seemed to steer clear of each other except for when we were in position for a two-shot and there was an issue with the lighting or camera. Below are the longest conversations during these 2 months. Conversation 1, me. That's her. So, what do you like to do in your spare time? Kunal, not a lot. I like to watch films. Me. Do you go out a lot? Kunal. No, I like to watch films alone. End of conversation. Second conversation took place when she was writing something on a laptop. Kunal. What are you writing? Me. An article for my college, the Oxford magazine. End of conversation. So that was the first 2 months.
And now we're here.
Now we're here. There's more, but you'll have to buy the book for that.
Were you shy or were you?
I was just nervous.
Aww.
I was nervous because of many reasons actually. She was very beautiful. She still is.
Yes.
That is and I remember this this conversation. She is still, but I'm saying that time I was kind of hit with that. That the sunglasses hit it really well, and the curly hair helped. But I was like, I don't know what to say to her. And then when she said she was writing for the Oxford Journal, I was like, the only Oxford thing I've read is the dictionary.
Oh.
I don't even know. And I'm not very good at that either. So, and there were so many times that, so I fight in Hindi, she fights in English.
Awesome.
And there are times that words are being said to me that I have no idea what they mean. So I'm like, I'm really offended, not just because you were wrong, because I don't even know what you're saying to me. So I have to remember this now. Go Google, what does this mean? Oh shit, I can't believe you said this to me. So it's really improved my vocabulary actually.
Funny.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Kunal, for reading it. Kunal Khemu, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so next up, we're going to have your siblings come on stage, who are going to share some stuff with us. So could you please have up on stage Saif Ali Khan, Kareena Kapoor, and Sabah Khan, please. Hi, good evening, guys. Tell me, when Kareena came, Soha, came and told you guys she was writing a book, what did you guys think? Did she come tell you guys she was writing a book, or did you just find out today?
I think I'll let my other sister,
Okay.
who I'd like to introduce you to, Sabah.
Yeah, Sabah, how
Why
did
don't you answer that, Sabah?
Well, I wasn't too surprised because she's brilliant, and as I think Kunal said, we all tend to, Google a lot of words when Soha's talking.
Yeah.
But she is, mashallah, very. She writes really well. She speaks really well. So I don't think I'd have been surprised to know that she's writing a book. I'm very proud that she did.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Saif, what about you? When she came up to you, were you surprised, or were you like, yes, that's...
Well, actually, I had the pleasure of reading some of the early proofs,
like
and
now.
I thought they were hysterical, really, really funny, and really well written and well balanced, and with a funny start and a great sense of humor. So I'm very excited about this. I think it was a really good read.
Oh, good. I'm glad you sound really proud. Do you have any anecdotes you want to share, or any
About
words?
Soha?
Yeah, something from that we might not find in the book.
Well, I mean, first of all, I'd like to congratulate her. I think this is
Seriously.
a great occasion. I think she's done really well with this thing. Sohabia, obviously I went to a wonderful university. I went to two wonderful universities, actually. She went to Oxford as well as the London School of Economics, and was highly qualified, and was working in Citibank, and all set to do that. And then she came to stay with me for a summer, and quit her job and join movies. And I'm not sure how my parents felt about that, but she's of course has her mother's blood and genes as well, and was drawn to this profession. There was a time, that she's misleading. She seems quiet and very, very sweet and polite, which she is, and she's a source of strength for us, and I'm very happy she lives in the same city as I do. But she had gone out to dinner once. I want to tell the story. It was before she met Khemu here. I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but it was kind of a date. He was a really wealthy guy, and he was a big industrialist, and everyone was kind of wondering how this was going to work out. And he was talking to Soha, and Soha was really bored. I don't know if she was already seeing Kunal, and okay, all right, I don't know. No, in the sense that just went out to be polite. Anyway, she's out at this dinner, and her friend messages her and says, how's it going? And she replies, he's really boring. And she sends the message to the guy she's having dinner with. And now this is Soha. She doesn't skip a beat. She says to the guy, "Excuse me, can I borrow your phone, please?" Takes it, deletes it, gives it back, and carries on.
Well,
my sister.
yeah.
So, I've known her for a very long time. I'm very happy she's on my side. And look, this is a very, you want me to read some of this book?
Yes.
Out?
Yeah, if you...
There's a chapter about you guys.
Yeah, what is...
It's a chapter called Sefina. It's a chapter called All Roads Lead to Sefina.
All right. I was still lying in bed, scrolling through my Twitter feed, sipping coffee, more asleep than awake, when I saw the headline. Soha reveals major secret about Kareena Kapoor's pregnancy. What? When? Where? Who? I couldn't answer any of the 4 basic questions journalists are taught to ask, but I was already panicking. The coffee had turned to mud in my mouth and I was finding it difficult to breathe. I'm usually so careful. I never say anything about Amma, Bhai and Kareena, and especially nothing about the baby. Had I inadvertently let something slip? I sat up and scanned the rest of the article, and the more I read, the more I relaxed. The major secret was that Bhai and Kareena, or Sefina, as they are together referred to, were not planning to have their child in London, as far as I knew. I remembered the interview. I remember answering the obligatory question about how I was feeling about becoming a bua again, dismissing the one about what preparations we were making, expressing vitriol about the one whether I wanted a girl or a boy for them. Will they have the baby in London? The question had come out of the blue and I was bemused. Why would they want to have the baby in London? There was some furious scribbling and a furtive exchange of glances, and I hastily added, I have no idea what they're planning, and as far as I know, they aren't planning to have the baby in London. I ended with my most convincing, but what would I know, shrug. So the fact that the baby would not be born in London, or Bolivia, or Zimbabwe, or Mars for that matter, was major news. Any tiny detail or non-detail is major news. And some journalists will come up with the most ingenious ways to uncover these tidbits, as illustrated below by the line of questioning I am often subjected to. Whilst premiering the first episode of The Great Indian Home Makeover, a televised show on interior redecorating that I host. Question. Tell us about the show. Answer. It's a home makeover show where we surprise the homeowner and make over one room in the space of 48 hours. Question. Speaking of redecorating, how are you doing the baby's room in Sefina's house? Whilst at a press conference for Balmain watches. Question. Tell us what you like about Balmain watches. Answer. They are stylish, elegant, and feminine. A woman's watch is more than a timepiece. It's a piece of jewelry, a style accessory. Question. Speaking of time, it's a happy time in the family with the baby coming. When is it due? Whilst at a store inauguration for a jewelry brand. Question. What is your favorite piece of jewelry? Answer. My engagement ring, for obvious reasons. Question. Speaking of rings, you will be ringing in the new year with a new family member. How will all of you spend New Year's Eve? Whilst promoting the film 31st October. Question. Tell us about the film and your role in it. Answer. It's a real-life story about a 1984 anti-Sikh riots, and I play a Sardarni. I have 3 children in the film. Question. Speaking of children. Okay, this one I can forgive. Whilst at a Femina Diva style contest. Question. What does style mean to you? Answer. Wearing your personality on your sleeve, being comfortable, confident, and carrying yourself in a way that makes you stand out. Question. Speaking of standing out, isn't Kareena setting new fashion trends with her baby bump? During a lifestyle interview. Question. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Answer. I don't plan that much ahead. I try not to live in the past or plan for the future. I live in the present. Question. Speaking of presents, what are you going to give the baby? Have you decided? During a press conference to announce Kunal and my production company, Renegade Films. Question. Why did you choose the name? Why did you choose your name, choose to name your company Renegade Films? Answer. Well, renegade means rebel. We liked that it stands for going against the grain, doing things differently. Question. Speaking of names, is it true they're naming their baby Sefina? You get the drift. I calculated that the damage done in this instance was minimal, so I tossed my phone aside, took another sip of my coffee, and turned to the less alarming headlines of the national press. Very nice work.
Such a great chapter. Thank you so much, Saif. Kareena, would you like to say a few words or anything you want to add to that chapter?
Well, I think I'm rarely intimidated by anyone, as I'm sure most of the media knows. But if there's one person in the family that I'm completely in awe of, I think it's Soha.
Thank you so much.
I mean, obviously, just a little nervous taking a cue from Kunal. Obviously, being that when I'm at dinner with Saif and Soha, I'm like, oh my God, I'm never going to understand this conversation. If Kunal can't, there's no way that I can. So Soha's always been so polite. She's always been like, yeah, hi, what's up? So yeah, okay, did you buy anything? So what's the gossip? So I'm like, oh God, I feel so small and lame. Is this what it's really going to be? And then I was like, but it's okay. But I think we found our way, and if there's anyone in the family that I think any of us turn to when Amma's all worked up and fired up, then there's just one person that can control the situation, and that's Soha. So, I mean, I truly, truly believe that she is the torchbearer of this family. And this title it doesn't do justice, because famous or not famous, she is the grounding in which all of us stand on. And I've truly seen that the way she has compassionately and with just as a breaking heart when her father was passing away. I've never seen any daughter. I'm a daughter. But I don't know if I could have done the way she looked after him. And that, in my eyes, to me, is a solid woman. So here's to you, Soha. And I'm sure Buzz listening to all of this. Yes, so fantastic. Let's hear it for none other than the brightest in the family, Soha Ali Khan.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that was really sweet. And it's just so nice. You guys clearly seemed really, really proud of Soha. And yeah. And also, just so you guys know, like, the book is an easy read. I know people talk about how she uses big words. I understood everything in the book. So don't be scared. Don't let them scare you off. Oh, that's lovely. I'd like to now call your mom on stage. Would you like a tissue, sir? Are you okay?
No, I'm fine, thank
Okay.
you.
It's really hard wind blowing. Could we please have Sharmila ji on stage? Please give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Musical chair.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Hi, very well.
Are you
very
enjoying
well? Absolutely. Everybody was so entertaining.
Yeah.
It's been wonderful to hear all of them, yes.
Such heartfelt messages for your daughter. And
I know it's like being at the premiere of Iti Srikanto, right? That was your first film, yes? And today is also a kind of debut.
Well, I think we're laughing more now.
Yes, that's true. That's true, yes.
No, but I mean, I know, like she says, you're one of her biggest critics. But are you proud?
I know they're making me sound like a bit of an ogre, right?
No. No, you just seem like a good mom. Yeah, no, that's what I'm supposed to say, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but are you proud that she's written this book? Like,
Yes.
genuinely, are you?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's really not easy to write a book. I mean, you can talk well, you can write paras, you can write columns, but to have the discipline to actually write that many chapters and make it into a book,
Yeah.
I think it's great, and well done, Soha. Really,
you.
very, very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's so lovely. Have you want to read something out of the book? You have an
Yes.
excerpt you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, lovely.
Sorry?
Want me to share something?
Yes, please. If you have an anecdote that you'd love to share about
Not
your
as
daughter.
funny ones as all these guys been telling
No,
you.
but
I remember certain things which are really, I think I've heard the most sad and poignant sentence from her, which aged, I think, 6, which have stayed with me all these years. I remember when we went to Delhi from Mumbai, we made a shift. All of us left to stay with my mother-in-law, who was not keeping so well. And so that meant change of school, change of everything. And one night I was reading a bedtime story to Soha, and suddenly I found her crying, really sobbing her heart out. So I said, Soha, what's happened? What's happened to you? Why are you crying? And she said, Amma, I cannot remember my friends' faces. And I mean, just imagine, I think that's the terrible thing if you cannot remember. Of course, I could have produced pictures and photographs, but at that moment, I really felt that, I mean, how awful it must be for a little girl. And then another occasion, we were walking around Patodi. We have a biggish house and we have a smallish house. Anyway, we were taking a stroll. And suddenly Sohabia says, Amma, who is Bhai going to marry? And again, she was about 6 years old or something. So I said, I have no idea who Bhai is going to marry. So she says, well, Bhai is a prince. So whoever he marries will be a princess, right? So I said, yes, if you say so, true. So then who am I going to marry? Where will I find a prince? And then she adds, she says, well, after much thinking, princes are very difficult to find, like domestic staff. So to distract her, so I looked at this, like I said, we had a biggish house and a smallish house and a kind of a khandar, like a ruin. So we were passing that. So I said, so that's going to be your house. You know, when you get married, we'll give it to you. We'll do it up, of course. So she was kind of alarmed. She said, but Amma, that's terribly dangerous for children. And she was 6. And then she said, but who's going to look after my children? Can I take Suraya B from Bhopal? So this was really forward planning. But Soha, it's happened to you now, and you still don't have a maid. But Suraya B is a couple of years older. So I don't think you can have Suraya B. So she was kind of always into forward planning, even then.
Wow, that was a really smart question, and it's really sad. I can't remember my friend's faces.
I know. I mean, just think about
really
it. Think about it. So it's really stayed with me.
Everything okay?
Okay, so
Are
I'll
you gonna
read
share?
something. Actually, I wanted to read the whole book, but I was told that I can't. Yeah, there is a time limit. So this is talking about her entrepreneurship. At the age of 9, I discovered money, and I couldn't get enough of it. I became an entrepreneur. First, I sold cosmetics to the staff, ideal customers who couldn't say no to me. I gathered up all the usual makeup my mother had tossed into the... I gathered up all the used makeup that my mother had tossed into the bin, almost empty bottles of nail polish and lipstick, near bare pots of cold cream, placed them on a tray, and marched down to the staff quarters. Each item was then sold to my captive consumers for a grand sum of ₹2. Inevitably, there was rioting in the ranks, and news of my greedy exploits reached my mother's horrified ears. My flourishing business was forced into immediate closure, and I got my first lesson in economic protectionism versus a free market. So I branched out. I packed a small suitcase with plastic syringes, some small towels, a box of Band-Aids, and a fistful of mints, and went around the house administering medical aid to those I thought in need. Headaches were treated with a cold compress and a mint in lieu of aspirin. Joint and muscle pains eased with massages, and injections were given for more baffling ailments. The fee for each visit was again the grand sum of ₹2. My doctor's practice was actually was quite successful and received much encouragement from all members of the household. I was even offered a handsome sum of ₹25 from an anonymous investor to buy balms and ointments when I turned 10 and outgrew the business. When I was 12, I was reading the famous 5 and Nancy Drew books, and so naturally the only possible career option in my mind was that of a detective. My father didn't take well to my following him around the house, jotting down notes on who he was seeing and what he was doing, and that was soon the end of that vocation. The following week, I was enrolled in the Delhi School of Music. First for ballet classes, I was unceremoniously dropped from these within the month with the forthright explanation that I had the grace of a 5-legged spider. They're quite graceful, really, spiders. And then for piano lessons, in which I fared only marginally better. My family was then subjected to endless post-dinner recitals of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star and London Bridges Falling Down, for which the admission fee was, you guessed it, ₹2 per person. 12 years later, at 24, sitting in my corporate cabin overlooking the business hub of BKC, I would ask myself if I'd made the right career choice. And if there was such a thing as the right career choice. I wanted to be financially independent, free to make my own decisions. I wanted to earn enough to lead the lifestyle to which I had grown accustomed, which included air conditioning, travel, a diet rich in overpriced exotic fruit, and adding to my most cherished possession, my ever-expanding library of books. Very nice, Sohabi.
Thank you.
This book is a beautiful tribute to all the people in your life, like everyone on stage here and your father who's not here. And I think, I don't know if you guys noticed just now, it's just this beautiful moment, Sharmilaji, when you were reading, and she held your sari pallu, and your son came and held your page for you, and it's just
perils of wearing a sari.
It was a really beautiful moment. Thank you so much for all of you for sharing your stories.
Thank you, Kenise, for hosting this and for being here, and thank you all for being my family.
Are you not going to read anything?
No, that's a so. Before we go, we'd love for you to. So I know, yeah, like I said, it's a tribute to your family, but there are also a lot of learnings in this book that you've taken away from life. And I know you're going to read an excerpt from a chapter.
Yes. I'll just read a short bit.
Yes.
There's a chapter on travel, which was the one that meant the most to me because travel is such an important part of my life. And I've spoken a little bit about 2 journeys I took, one into the Sahara Desert and one in Paris. And this is just the end of that. What then is the best way to travel? And must it involve risking one's life by dashing across busy motorways and or exposing oneself to potentially venomous insects as you lie shivering on the floor of a strange man's hut while waiting for the sun to come up? If we can assume that a primary life goal for most people is to have adventure, then yes, it is important to let go of schedule, of comfort, of trepidation. It may not always be fun, but we seek the perspective that distance and change can give. We travel because we know we will come home. And when we do, home is the same, but we are changed, and that changes everything. When I look up at the night sky from my terrace in Mumbai today, it is not mundane and boring, but full of infinite possibility. It is, after all, the very same night sky that has filled me with wonder in Africa. Travel has taught me many valuable life lessons, but one that is most pertinent is that of acceptance. I'm following in the footsteps of superstars, and reprobation is an ever-present risk. It is not unusual for me to feel inadequate, to feel frustrated, to feel that no matter what I achieve, in comparison to my parents, my brother, I will always fall short. But when you are standing on the edge of the spectacular Grand Canyon, for instance, and looking into its plunging depths, containing over 2 billion years of geographical history, you cannot help but feel diminished by the world. There's so much out there that is bigger than you, stronger than you, and that will endure long after you are gone. It inspires you to accept your flaws, your mortality, and the fact that not everything will bend to your will. If you really want to know what grounds me, a modern-day princess from a tremendously famous family, it is this awareness.
Thank you. Thank you, Soha. That was my favorite excerpt from the book as well. Yeah, I cried. It's just sometimes you need to hear some stuff, and your book helped me. So thank you very much from me for writing this book, because it really helped me, and I really enjoyed it. And I wanted to, if you guys don't mind, I want to play a quiz with you guys, a quick quiz on who knows Soha best. It's the Who Knows Soha Best test. Are you guys ready for this? It's a quick, just 5 questions. There will be points given out. There will be a winner and a loser.
What's the hamper?
You will be named in the next title of her next book. That is a prize. All right, so you guys ready? It's a quick quiz. Yeah? All right, the first question is, who is Soha's favorite author? Really? Nobody? No? Okay, who is?
Michael Connelly, Joe Nesbo. Joe Nesbo. Joe Nesbo.
Is that the correct answer,
It's
Soha?
actually,
Margaret Atwood.
It's Julian Barnes.
Oh, well.
They don't actually know me at all, these people.
But you're such an eclectic reader, you know,
That's true.
from
Fair.
Joan Nesbø to Julian
Were they-
Barnes to
were they
Margaret
close?
Atwood.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, then your
They're
mom...
next to each other on the bookshelf.
There we go. So your mom and Saif get 10 points each in this first question. All right, the next question is, what makes Soha lose her temper? Yeah, one thing that makes Soha lose her temper. Right, that's the answer?
Not getting her food on time?
Ooh.
Yeah, but Kunal first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well done, Kunal. You get the points for that question. That's any consolation.
What's the real answer?
Yeah, hunger, like anyone else.
Okay.
Blood sugar falls and you lose
But
perspective.
genuinely, it's Kunal first.
Yes, always.
Okay.
Kunal is equal to hunger. Hunger.
Fair. Okay. All right. Question number 3, guys. This is a tough one. And do you know? I don't even. Do you?
Do I know the answer to this?
I mean, I think I know the answer. What is the name of the Tagore Ancestral Home? Oh. No?
Presumably Amma knows the answer to this.
Jora Shako.
Yes, that is the correct answer. Guys, I was, yeah.
I think
yeah,
this
looks like-
is rigged.
No, I've got questions for you guys as well.
It's supposed to
should
tell us
also
whether you've
know
read the
Jora
book
Shako.
or not.
Exactly. I got all these questions from the book, by the way, guys. So, all right. Who is Soha's closest? Who is Soha closest to in the family?
That's a very dangerous question right
That's
now.
easy.
Okay.
I'm
That's
currently
easy.
sitting next to Kunal and my
Inaya.
mother.
Who's gonna?
Inaya.
Oh, well
That's the most
played.
diplomatic answer.
Even though I'm furthest
Most
from her right
diplomatic
now.
answer.
Well played.
You
Is that-
can't have fights after that. No, but yeah.
well,
Mother or Inaya?
wow. Yes. Please, Sama. Who is it?
Soha is extremely fair with everyone. You'll find that she has time for all of us. She loves us equally, and she actually, I have noticed that when you're with her, she gives you a one-on-one, and she's with you when she's with you. So
I'm actually
I
everyone's
can't say
favorite.
She's,
It's true. I'm
I mean,
everyone's
she is
favorite.
very fond of Amma.
Who are you? Okay, who are you closest to?
What do you
Oh,
mean?
everyone. Everyone's
Yeah.
close to you, and
No,
you're
I'm saying
close to
everyone
everyone.
loves me the most.
That's your answer. Everyone loves you the most. All right, great, guys. You're going. This is going not so badly. Sharma, it's just your mother who knows all the answers to everything. Okay, the last question. What social media platform does Soha use the most?
No
Anyone
idea.
know? Your friends are shouting the answer out. Instagram? Is that right? Instagram.
But I'm quite lazy. I just sort of post on all three. Like,
Okay, just
Yeah.
kind of.
Instagram, Twitter,
Yeah. But
Facebook.
Instagram, everyone's saying.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with Instagram.
All right.
So that's the only one I see her posting on.
So you've
I
been.
said, she thinks I'm stalking her on Instagram because I get
All right, well, great. You all got that answer right. So you all get 10 points. I have no idea what points, who has what points.
Where can we redeem these points?
Fair. Come chat to me after the conference. And the last question, guys, because there's one last question, and this is a tough one. How many chapters are there in her book? The Perils of Being Moderately Famous.
20?
Do you know? 10? It is 20. It's 18.
11.
19. Because you said you're writing the 17th chapter when you write your pregnancy chapter.
There are 9 chapters.
What? 9 chapters?
Karina said 9.
Karina, congratulations, you get 10 points. Well, thank you guys. Well done. You played fabulously. You don't win
Thank you.
anything, but now we know a little bit more about Soha. Any last words, Soha, that you'd like to say to everyone out there? Or?
No, I just want to say thank you again for everyone for being here. And it's really special for me to have really thought about all the memories that I have and putting this together in a book. It's available to buy. And thank you to my family for being here, and Kaniz for hosting, and Penguin for publishing, and everyone for looking after me, the media for being here, my friends and family. It really means a lot. And this evening wouldn't have been this evening without all of you. So thank you.
Thank you so much. So a big round of applause for Soha Ali Khan, ladies and gentlemen. Very special day. Congratulations
Thank
again.
you.
Like
Thank
your
you
mom
so
said, it's a huge feat writing a book, and you did it. You wrote a book. All of us just have it on our to-do lists and our bucket lists, and you did it. You've done it. It's amazing. I think now we're going to have... sorry? Oh, yes. We're going to open the... No, not yet. But we are going to open the floor for the media out there. A quick Q&A for you, Soha. Sorry? Sorry? Right. So we're going to, it's not the photo op just yet. We're just going to do the Q&A first. Okay, so could you... Sorry, ma'am, someone will come bring you the mic just now.
Hello. Soha, congratulations to you. I'm standing here in front of you.
जी.
पहले तो ये बताइए कि आप how you are going to handle acting and writing together, and what is your next project?
Well, I've already finished writing the book, and actually the timing was very good because I started writing the book and I discovered that I was pregnant, and then I became larger and larger, and I was not in film, so I could use those 8 months to really focus on writing. So it was very fortuitous, and in fact, there's a chapter on becoming pregnant and the pregnancy because that was all I was thinking about. So I said I might as well write about it. And now, going forward, very briefly, I'll be going back to work. At the moment, Project Inaya is taking up all of my time. And after that, I'll be doing Sai Bibi Gangster Returns next.
Thank you.
Soha, congratulations. It's me.
Bhavna ji.
Yes. So congratulations. It's been a wonderful evening, and I loved the way the family spoke. I loved the way you read it. I feel so proud of you. And I'm so happy to see Sabah here because one doesn't get to see Sabah so often. My question is that there is a family joke, your family joke, that Soha speaks impeccable English and writes impeccable English. And if anybody speaks wrong English, she immediately corrects it. So I think you must be the editor's delight. And I would love to know from the editor because your copy must have had no correction at all.
Ask Gurveen is over there. You can't miss her in her silver spangly dress.
She has to answer this because as an author, I want to know. Wow. She needs an applause for this. Wow.
She actually sent it to me to look at it and I misunderstood. So I was actually checking all the commas and the punctuation and she said, no, we have someone who'll do that. You just check the facts. But I'd already done all of that myself.
Typical Soha. Classic Soha.
Yeah, hi Soha. Oh yeah.
Are there any more questions?
Yeah.
Someone back there.
Hello, Sharmila ma'am.
Oh yeah.
Hello. Sharmila ma'am, आपका करियर 50 साल से ज़्यादा रहा है फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में. आपने इतना कुछ देखा है. आजकल बहुत लोग अपनी ऑटोबायोग्राफी लिख रहे हैं. कभी आपके मन में ऐसा आया कि आप भी कुछ लिखें, अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर करें? इतना कुछ हो रहा है इंडस्ट्री में भी और देश में भी.
No, I think that's a wonderful idea. और मैंने सोचा है ज़रूर, मगर exactly, I've been thinking, but I haven't really put pen to paper, and Soha has beaten me to it. Maybe Soha can write my book. How's that? Yeah.
सैफ, एक सवाल आपसे भी है कि आप बहुत बड़े बुक लवर माने जाते हैं, बहुत किताबें पढ़ते हैं, सब जानते हैं, आपका नॉलेज भी काफ़ी है. अगर आपको एक किताब लिखनी पड़ी तो वो किस मसले पर आप लिखना चाहेंगे और क्या लिखना चाहेंगे?
Yes, ghost stories.
Why so?
Just chilling tales of life in the movie industry. Yes, something like that. Or political satire. Or a comedy. Yes. It's a comedy, horror, or political satire. Not sure. My mother did want to write a book once on me, and the title was going to be Oh Saif. No? Bestseller.
Yeah, hello.
Can't be
Hi,
written, no?
One more question over there.
Hi, Soha. Yeah. Congratulations for the book launch. I wanted to know whether in future you will be writing some fiction books too, or are you planning to some stories?
After that, if Kunal hasn't completely crushed her confidence totally.
I really feel if I was going to write a book now, it would be on the first 6 weeks of parenting because that's all I can think about.
Sounds like a real bestseller.
It would be funny. It would be funny. It would have you in tears and like I am at the end of every day. But maybe, yes, I think I would like to explore the limits of my imagination and try and push them. Right, Kunal?
Yeah.
Do you have plans of writing more books?
Yeah, I think so, maybe. Let's see how this one does.
Hi, Soha. Yeah. Soha, बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद आपको. पहले तो बुक बहुत अच्छी थी. In future अगर आपको कोई स्क्रिप्ट लिखनी जाए तो क्या कास्टिंग किसको किसको किया जाएगा?
Casting? हमने तो स्क्रिप्ट लिखी है. Casting director depends on the script. अभी तो कहानी भी नहीं मालूम का सोचा ही नहीं हमने. But there's quite a star cast on the stage at the moment.
Okay, but you know.
I'm only talking about myself.
Yeah, we're going to take the last question. We have one more question. Oh.
Soha.
Well,
Hi, Soha.
Well, sorry, sir, you've asked the question. We're just going to ask one of the audience members. Thank you, though. But you have.
So, what was the toughest chapter to write?
Hi, Ninna.
Good evening.
The toughest chapter to write was probably the one called A Working Actor. The others sort of fell together, but really my struggle has been with my profession as an actor, which is such an important part of my life, but also the insecurities that come with the comparisons that are made, which are very difficult to live up to. And as I said, you know, they're very big shoes to fill, and I have very small feet. So that I think, and striking the right tone with the readers, you know, such that I'm talking about my insecurities and my failures and my, you know, all the learning steps that I've come across, but not being too hard on myself, I think, was the most difficult thing for me. So I would write at 2 in the morning, and then I would reread it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and take away some of it and say, no, you know, it's all right. And then, so I think that for me was the biggest struggle.
Hi, Kareena. Yeah. Kareena, जैसे कि आपने बुक पढ़ा, इतना बहुत कुछ अच्छा लगा बुक में आपके. सब इंतजार कर रहा तैमूर के बर्थडे के लिए क्या कुछ तैयारी है?
We ended it on a high.
Please tell me that.
Yeah, that's.
What did they want to know?
That was the last question.
What did they want to know?
Sabha?
Please give it up for Soha Ali Khan again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here tonight. We're going to do the photo op now. I think a lot of people are waiting for that. So for those of you who came, thank you again. All right, you guys, hope you get your photos.
अरे मोबाइल अरे यार एक्सक्यूज मी थोड़ा पीछे यार थोड़ा नीचे आ जाओ एक्सक्यूज मी मैम थोड़ा सा या कौन है फोटोग्राफर या अजहर राइट साइड पीछे ना फ्रेम में आ जाओ अजहर कैमरा फ्रेम में
मैडम फोन
this yours? No. This book is, I don't know, I have a book. Yeah, but is this yours? You know?
This one?
Yeah.
No, I don't think you can. I don't know.
Good beans.
Doesn't matter. It gives an idea. It's dry. Nothing. It's an embodiment.
Oh, it's Denise. Denise. I have your sketchbook here.
Yeah.
Or
No, I'm leaving tomorrow, but I'll come.
Okay, the same number.
Yeah, same number.
Sometimes I get your text, you're doing up the Pathology house.
I know, but if I come again, or if you come, let me know.
But keep in touch. Just WhatsApp me.
Leela's and your news. Okay? Thank you so much. Yeah?
If I get I think there are the books available. Manju wants to know. Outside the restaurant.
One second.
ठीक है?
हाँ. ठीक है.
Thank you. Thank you.
On your right, man. On your right. Thank you, Tara ji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
मैम आपके लेफ्ट में लीजिए.
सामने एकदम
राइट. मैम दिस साइड. मैम आपके लेफ्ट में.
सामने एकदम आप.
यहाँ पे.
मैडम सामने.
मैडम यार.
Can you go near the photo?
हाँ आपके लेफ्ट में प्लीज. क्या? मैम.